right? The COVID-19, thanks to virus, it will take us in a different timeline altogether, right? Thus, so spirit of inquiry, independent thinking, and being responsible are the being active. They are the four pillars of the kind of education that we will see hereafter, right? This. Now look at that. Another interesting thing, what Professor Yashpal sir has reported is, the autonomy of the institution is eroded by interventions, different kinds of interventions. Interventions could be student-centric interventions, faculty-centric interventions, administrative-centered interventions, political interventions, and different perspective of interventions. That's being highlighted. It will continue, whether it's online, pre-COVID, post-COVID, doesn't make a difference. Look, then there are major things about that. Right? Student passing out from the institution without obtaining right kind of skill. It has nothing to do with online or offline kind of things, right? And who is responsible for that? It's a faculty member. Our competency, our contextual relevant of a curriculum, mode of delivery could be through online, Google Forms, or Google Classroom. That is a mode of delivery. But what is the most important thing, whether it's online or offline, is do we have a competency to drive my student to acquire the appropriate skills so that they are industry ready? Can they take the work in real world environment? How is my question paper and all these things? This is nothing to do with COVID-19. It is going to be, but COVID-19 things will put more challenge in all these layers. I'll tell you what kind of challenges. The another important thing, right, all the time it exists. Variations in teaching methodology. People talk about experiential learning. What is experiential learning? A faculty member, we need to understand that. Learning contents, right? Same thing, same programming language is taught in IIT, taught in university, taught in NIT, taught in other institution also. But why this difference in learning, right? It is a learning contents. It is the kind of an case studies, kind of an assignment that we drive. Quality of question paper, what kind of, when I say question paper, don't think that a traditional examination. It could be an open book test. Are we ready for the open book test? Because open book test will become an order of day after post-COVID-19. How many faculty members are ready? It's the most difficult thing. Open book test is not that simple, right? So open book test will become an order of a day after the post-COVID-19 scenarios. Assessment process. How unbiased assessment I do. Teachers are more responsible at, right? That's what I said. Interventions, interventions, are very important thing. Now, all these things, most important thing is students' lack of ability to examine and understand real world. We talk about real world example, case studies and all, right? But do we bring it to them, right? The technological trends and availabilities will make us that we can bring more and more such things to the student now, right? And please remember that, again, if you look at the NASSCOM results also, right? Students' readiness for industry requirement is very, very low, right? And please believe me that one, use of technology, use of softwares, use of different online environments definitely will make us to go to the next higher level, provided all these things are being built in non-online environments. Only online environment will not pose issues. The online environment will pose an issue in terms of that, how do I use a technology? That's all. It is only limited to that. Do I reach to all people? If I don't reach that one, what should I do? It's a limited sense. It is a teaching methodology, reachability. But what is important is, right, my competency. Right. The another very important thing in the year 2012, Harish Chandra Prasad, CEO, Mahalakshmi Group, he presented the things in 42nd Annual Convention, IST in Hyderabad. Very important thing, right? So students are good in getting marks. As it is, I'm putting it here. Students are good in getting marks, but not good when the task is given in the interview. Can you do it? Can you do it? No. If you cannot do it, what is called learning? That's why outcome-based education comes into picture. Outcome-based education speaks about that, what you can do. Story. Okay, story of preparing masala dosa. All right, I can write beautiful 2 pages of preparing masala dosa and get 10 out of 10 marks. But can I prepare masala dosa competent enough to compete with the 5-star hotel? And that's what is an outcome-based education, right? So effective communication, listen, do not react, time management, attitude, own everything. That's what I was talking about, that, right? You student, how to be responsible online learning. Attitude, owning everything, aim high, risk-taking capability, vision, concentration, right? How to sit in front of computer for more than 3-4 hours. I have to sit. You go and see the IT industries, the people, the developers there sit from morning 9 o'clock till night 12:30. Are we preparing student for these things? No, I cannot sit, okay, more than 1 hour, okay, in online systems and all. Okay, we need to be ready for that. We need to be ready. We cannot say that when I can't do it. Okay, that is an order of the day. COVID-19 is telling that in IT industries, what is happening? Look, you have to do it now, right? The gap between industry and academia in terms of sitting in one place, delivering the things, COVID-19 has educated us. Please look into that. Sit in front of the system and do it. I don't have a system. You have to get it. No, I cannot get it. Arrange it, right? Thanks to COVID-19, it is transforming, and thanks to coordinator, the title is, okay, very apt today, right? So people have to prove themselves. People have to prove themselves to be inside. No other intervention will help you. You need to question everything. A teacher, you have to question a teacher. I didn't learn. Will you help me to do that? Right? No, in online, I'll sit somewhere in some dark room corner, okay, and for the sake of an attendance, right? Okay, give me an attendance. No, that is not the order of the day now. It might have happened in your classroom. It will continue to happen in online education, right? But what is more important is this, right? Irrespective whether there is a COVID-19 or not, this is what is required. Feel that you are totally Indian. That's what the, okay, Prime Minister of India is telling that one, develop everything internally here. Got it? Now, can we do the changes for all these things? Okay, can we ready to take a challenges? What challenges? I'll tell you again. Already told some of the things, right? Yes, right? Any challenge you can take, provided teachers are competent. You cannot, I cannot, as a teacher, I can say, I don't know how to use a Zoom. I don't know how to use a WebEx, this one. I don't have a bandwidth. I don't have a computers. I don't have this, I don't have that. And it is very painful to sit in front of computer to listen for 2 hours and all. Sorry, we have to live with that. No solution for this. No solution for this. The simple question is, why did God created this universe? Is it his joy? Is it want to play? No answer. No answer. You have to live with what is being created, right? This COVID-19, what is post-COVID-19? This issue, that issue. Yes, all issues are there. Live with that, go ahead with that. So but most important 4 factor, okay, that will make your post-COVID-19 life comfortable is competency of a teacher. If teachers are not competent, right, we cannot build post-COVID-19, okay, scenarios properly. Teaching methodology, how do I teach? Again, same thing, sitting in the class, okay, doing and all. Assignment will be different, self-learning will be very high, right? Experiential learning will be more, right? All those things. Quality of my assessment is at another important aspect. And what kind of an infrastructure that we have? Recording infrastructure, editing infrastructure, reaching to the student bandwidth infrastructure, right? And student can sit anywhere, okay, learn anything. That kind of, okay, repository kind of building and all those things. Do have a repository. When you can change all these things, definitely you can handle post-COVID-19 scenario in much better way. This is about the national level scenario that what we have it. Now look at the student expectation. I'll quickly go through that. Student expectation, right, is something different. Now look at this left side of your screen. Extended blocks of time. No time constraint. Flexible learning. Flexibility in examination, right? But I'm going to learn. Okay, you have to assess learning, not the procedure of learning. Did you copy? Riyar, why you are asking? Did you copy? You want an open book test, right? As long as they can answer to your question about their solution, fine, learning has taken place. So faculty member have to do lot of transformation in their mindset, right? People are copying, people are seeing here and there, use the software, you don't see here, it gets blocked and all. Hey, we are in a different learning environment, okay? And practice advanced skills. Students are interested in that. Multidisciplinary curriculum, people are interested in that, right? Collaborative learning, right? Interested in that, right? And teacher will act as a facilitator. And performance-based assessment. You perform, my assessment should match to the performance. Okay, under such online environment, how do I do? I have to spend more time interacting with every student, right? Okay, it is very difficult. Give only 2 implementation assignment to a class of 150 students, 2 division, 2 assessment, 2 assignment, evaluation individually in depth. It will take the whole semester. How do I do? Time management for both student and teachers is at another challenge, right? Interactive modes of instruction under this scenario. How do I do? Unbiased performance-based assessment. Very interesting thing, right? And in fact, autonomous institution, outcome-based education, those who got accredited, they must have done it, right? If you are practicing all these things, right, your online education will become simple. But if you are simply producing the reports, OBE reports, for accreditation reports and all, you are gone. You are gone, right? So this is the most important, authentic, challenging task after COVID-19. How do I do performance-based assessment of students? How do I design assignments? How do I take my entire learning into open book environment kind of things? No copying. Software required where people look here and there, it is getting blocked and all. No. How do I do it? Right? This is, right, students' expectation and trend. People expect that one, give me open assignment, I'll do it. Make me industry ready. Give me an exposure for the tools and all. Make me acquire skills and all. Make me, learn trending things and all. How do I do it? So going to the third point, self-learning. That is the pillar of post-COVID-19 success. That's what I was telling. Students will be responsible. We have to tell them that learn how to learn. Right? That's what is self-learning. Right? So that is the most important thing. When I talk about the self-learning, please remember the 6th point. Self-learning is not skipping something, you do it on your own. No. You are a facilitator that do it, and you spend a lot of time as a facilitator in evaluating what did they learn. How do you spend time with individual student, right? It is not 5 to, morning 9 to 5 culture. Let me share with you my classrooms. My class now is night 9 o'clock. CR's meeting will be at 7 o'clock in the evening, right? Student cannot say, no, it is my dinner time, I cannot come. No. In fact, I'll tell you that one, for a teacher and student, you cannot say no for anything that comes. That is the challenge. And in fact, I'll tell you, I bet, I'll assure everyone, because I'm NBA OB trainer also. I practice everything. Then I speak. And anything I don't know, I don't talk at all. Got it? Right? So it is a joy, really joy, getting into online kind of things. Really joy. Do not compare. No. It is a आमने सामने अगर हम क्लासरूम में मिलता है तो टीचिंग लर्निंग बहुत अच्छा होता है. अगर नहीं होता हो तो नहीं है तो ठीक नहीं होता. No. It is a mental block, remote. When the day you say that one, I'm going to do good things in online, you will start enjoying that one. Beautifully, I'll tell you. Right? Yes. Hey, another thing, important thing is I'm responsible. Faculty member to be competent. Industry readiness, I have to take it. Right? So did a faculty member move from simple talking in the class to bottom of this pyramid? Practice by doing it. That is outcome-based education. Whether it's a pre-COVID or post-COVID doesn't make a difference. Online is just a tool. We are talking now. We could have met in one room, somewhere in a very good 5-star hotel, had this workshop. Now, how this is different now, tell me. Right? It's being video recorded. If you are unable to connect, this video recorded things will be made available in the site. You can go through. Anyhow, please look into that. In a classroom, majority of the students, they keep quiet without interacting with the teacher. Only teacher will talk. Now videos are available with voice, right? Even that is same. That's same, right? And you can have somewhere small meeting. After seeing the video, you can pose your questions and interact. Even we are now doing that also here. So how well you are taking your student to the bottom of this learning pyramid, quality of learning pyramid. Okay, that is the most important thing self-learning will drive. So this self-learning I'll go from the bottom to the top here in this slide. Self-learning is the cornerstone of post-COVID-19 things what we do, right? And it has to be, right? Teacher will be facilitator. It is not that skipping, no. Their role is evaluation, in-depth evaluation, and everyone has to be responsible as a student, right? Without posing any questions like, I don't have a laptop, I don't have internet connectivity. Internet connectivity is poor. No, nothing. See the video in that case. See the video in that case. So look at that self-learning, this cornerstone of post-COVID-19 timelines facilitates industry readiness. Self-learning make you industry ready, right? Unless I learn on my own, I cannot be ready at all. Please take it, right? Sitting in the classroom is a formality. I'll tell you. Pre-COVID scenario also I'm telling, right? I mean, look at that from the bottom. Gets ability to solve real life problems. You are doing on your own. Facilitate out-of-box thinking. You are not limited to what is the curriculum. When you are self-learning, get into a lot of tools you learn on your own. That's what OB expects. Okay, that's what is the best practices, right? And you become an independent learner. And that is outcome of education, right? That's what is an outcome of education. It will enhance your communication skills, writing habits, reading habits, the benefit of doing self-learning, right? Thus. So now I get into technology a little less. Today you have a number of things, tools, Google Class, WebEx tool, right? We have Zoom, name several things. Several things you can chat. Like you have got certain boxes, you have got certain forums and all, you got certain blogs, n number of things. But if I'm not competent, none of these things are useful to me. And people may pose from other than IT branches. No, I don't know how to use one technology. All of you are using smartphones, right? So the moment you come out of this mental block, everything will happen, right? Who is a real teacher? Real teachers are those who love their profession irrespective of any interventions, political interventions, administrative interventions. They love their courses, whatever they teach. अरे मेरे एचओडी तो मुझे ये कोर्स दे दिया है इसलिए मैं टीच कर रहा हूं वो तो नहीं होगा जाएगा. I love my subjects. The third one is I love my students at least as much as my children. When all these properties we have it, technology is easily I can learn even at the age of 60 also. There are many people who have completed their PhD at the age of just 1 year before their retirement also. Got it? So that's a mental block we have to remove. So quickly I'll take you to the different things, right? Passive learning, active learning, right? In a classroom, in fact, it's a passive learning, right? Use of technology, develop something, show it. Develop something, share your screen. You have a problem, share your screen, right? I will do correction sitting here in your system, right? It's an active learning. right? So until unless we all, okay, we are students, we are faculty members. Until all of us transform without saying no, without posing any problem, right? It becomes a difficult post COVID-19 things, right? Right? So to be active, student driven, it is not time dependent. Online, my things post COVID, 9 o'clock night, 9 o'clock, you want to have a class? I will have it. 10 o'clock? Yes, we can have it. Love your children. When you love your children in home, when you love your children, no, right? Okay, whatever they say, they are not your burden. मुझे इतना ही सैलरी दे रहा है, okay, मुझे ये रोल नहीं मिल रहा है, okay, क्यों मैं टीच करूं? We are not teacher, we are not fit to be teacher. Student perspective, मुझे लैपटॉप नहीं है, मुझे ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, राइट? अगर नहीं है तो जहां है वहां जाओ और learn, participate in that. If you want to walk 10 kilometers, walk and see the outcome of that, right? Joy is different, I'll tell you. Posing problem is easy, right? Solving the problem on your own, the joy is different, I'll tell you. Got it? So make your learning and active. Hope, okay, post COVID-19, we will be quickly, will come back to that one normal scenario. I wish, I pray, right? That's, and there is adaptability. I need to manage complexity, right? And self-learning, have a curiosity driven self-learning. I want to learn. I want to learn. Tell your mother, okay, I will come dinner at 10 o'clock. Don't disturb me. Got it? And teachers, tell your family members, I am doing serious business. This is my first priority. It doesn't mean that you should not, right? But this is a joy of for every teacher. And this alone will take you into higher order thinking, what Bloom's taxonomy speaks about. Right? मैंने सिर्फ सुन लिया classroom में, yeah, no, right? This. So this is about the technology I was speaking all about that. Quickly, I'll take into, then the floor is open after another 2-3 minutes. OB. Nowadays, everywhere OB. Okay, nowadays, everywhere OB. This is a wrong concept. Outcome-based education was known to Indian, okay, our culture, that is Gurukula systems. And Western people have introduced just 500 years back. And this outcome-based education, right, this is required where you have to show your competency. For example, karate training, scuba diving, right, flight, okay, learning and all these things. Okay, you need to show there, then the degree is given, right? But unfortunately, right, we explain how to prepare a dosa on a paper, get 10 out of 10, distinction, and industry reject this. Got it? So, very interesting thing, learn everything by experience. You call knowledge only that which you acquire by doing. Right? By doing. That's all. Anything which you cannot do is not called as a knowledge. It is not called as a learning. Okay. So technology will help you to do. Right? Rest all things, theoretical things, whatever that we do, everything is a waste. Take it. And that is, I don't call it as a transformation. In fact, it is expected pre-COVID as well as post-COVID, both. Right? The another thing, there are very important things. I'll share a very important thing here, right? Look, defining the style of teaching and assessment is the most important property of outcome-based education philosophy. So online is one of the style of teaching now, right? Right? That is the most important thing. The another important thing is here, encouraging the teachers to explore better ways of designing and delivering instruction. Thank you, COVID-19. Teachers have to look into that. How do I deliver my instructions? And there is being written that these are all statement from the person, William Spade, who introduced OBE in our curriculum worldwide in the year 1994. It is from School of Associations of Teachers in America, right? And in the context of, especially in the light of differences in student learning rates and style. Even COVID-19, I don't have a laptop, I cannot reach. All gets added here. I'm poor in learning. They are going to be there all the time, right? So how do I design my delivery of my instructions? मैंने तो वीडियो कर दिया, वहां पे अपलोड कर दिया, मेरा काम हो गया? नहीं, ये तो नहीं होता है, right? I did my work. No, you didn't do anything because you didn't do the assessment of your students' learning. Got it? So whether it is online or offline, teachers are responsible for everything. Only thing is that you need to design your delivery of instruction mode. You need to do the assessment, online, offline, whatever it is, right? 9 to 5 or after the dinner, whatever it is. These are the important things I shared with you, right? Rest all things anyhow, coordinators will make my PPTs available too, right? All the participants through their official website or whatever it is there, you can go through all these things, right? This is another important cartoon you might have seen everywhere. Are the teachers ready for different kind of student, different ways of assessment and all? People appreciate this cartoon. Everywhere it is there, but very difficult to practice. And for this, you need ICT. Tools are required. You to gather individual things, go to individual things, have interaction through online kind of things, right? Beautiful things, right? In fact, in our institution, right, we interact project evaluation, we do online. It is a pre-COVID also and post-COVID also. Sit somewhere, everything get recorded, right? So this is an outcome-based education. I'll conclude and then keep the floor open. Conclusions are very interesting things. There are 2-page conclusion. First page normal, second page very interesting thing, very funny thing also, right? See, first page is very simple. We need to improve the ability of student for abstract thinking. It's online or offline, doesn't make a difference. We need to focus on improving the competency of the faculty member to think and teach out of the box. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, same. Introduce self-learning incrementally. Pre-COVID, post-COVID, same. But in post-COVID, self-learning plays a very, very, very important thing. Then fourth one, use technology to improve the performance and productivity. But for the sake of using, use it. No. People, no, I'm also using Google Class. Right? Google Class you are using, or Zoom you are using, or WebEx tool you are using. People are not interested. People are interested, are the student learning? If they are not learning, whatever that we use is of no use. This is a routine kind of a conclusion I'm doing. Need to. Interesting thing. When you look at the next slide, some of you may not agree, right? But look into that. But that will be the order of the day. Examination will disappear. Hey, what is this I'm talking all about? The traditional way of doing examination will vanish. Open book test will become on the order of the day. I'll throw one problem to all people. Sit in your room, do it, take 1 month, do it, right? I facilitate in between some sessions. Then I evaluate that. Come on, what is that you have done? As long as they can showcase, demonstrate, why should I say you are copied from others? Whatever a question that you are asking, when they can answer it, that one, why should we have a mental block? That one students are copying. Look at the industry. People in the industry, they wanted a solution provider. They don't say that one, close your eyes and write exam. Don't see here and there, right? No. You do whatever you wanted, provide a solution to my problem. So open book test will become an order of day. Your traditional examination will vanish, and experiential learning will be the order of the day, right? Order of the day, right? Experience audience showcase me by doing product, whatever it is there. What did you do? My classroom, very funny thing, teaching programming language in computer in a classroom, teaching database in a classroom, teaching Java programming in a classroom. No, teach everything in the laboratory. Do something, I'll give assignment, next 3 hours, you're doing it, and I'll take attendance along with your evaluation. One term work evaluation will take a lot of effort online. The teacher post all the things, student post all the things, you evaluate comfortably, flexible in time. And student-centric flexibility in learning will conquer current practice of classroom teaching, partly to measure. That is a transformation will happen. Why students should sit in your class, physical class, right? They can sit anywhere, right? That will conquer. And that's called OBE philosophy, flexibility in learning. No, I don't want, madam, you are teaching. No, I don't want to sit in your class. Night 9 o'clock after my dinner, I can listen to your class. Are you ready? Do you have infrastructure? Do you have recording mechanisms? Are you making it available? My internet is slow now. I can download whenever internet is okay and see all your classes. Is the institution ready for this infrastructure? That is a post-COVID-19 transformations, right? Very interesting things, right? These conclusions, okay, right? This. There are many things that we are doing it, right? I come to the end of this. Future depends on what we do today, right? Take care of your health, right? And Corona is killing everyone. Take care of your health, right? Wearing a mask, sanitization everywhere, right? Since the government is allowing you to move everywhere, simply don't move. Follow the lockdown in principle, like this, and prepare students how we can prepare them so that once they join back. So with this, I come to the end of my session. Thank you for giving an opportunity. The floor is open to pose any question, right? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for building overall scenario of this transformation. A very perfect and needy concept in this particular day. As you said in your concept that these things are nothing to do with pre or post COVID sort of a thing. While you are in teaching, while you are in learning, these are the continuous thing which you need to maintain throughout your career. Perfect, sir. I will start asking a first question to you, and then we will be taking as you said, the session is now open for the question answer session. So my very first question comes to you is, as you've shown the image of all different types of animals, and then a particular person is looking at all them. If we in a class, we have a different type of students with the different learning abilities. But the teacher is one. How will you going to evaluate the learning abilities with respect to one particular concept that is being delivered by you?
True. This is the most important thing. Even pre-COVID and post-COVID, I will not differentiate, right? Even in a pre-COVID also, I need to, there are slow learner in every class. I need to identify them, right? Okay, in a classroom also, I will how to identify. Even now, okay, online things also, I need to identify based on the performance that, okay, they have it. So teachers should spend more and more time in OBE environment, the pre-COVID, post-COVID one and the same, where they can go to reach individual student and draw the learning curve, whether they're learning or not. If you can reach to every student, you know, okay, who are slow in learning. You need to pick them, right? You need to pick them, and you need to closely interact with them in a private channel under Zoom or whatever that is there, and help them. That's what I said. Okay, you have to love your students. When this love part comes, right? Okay, I'm concerned. right? If a concern is not there, this has no meaning. When you are concerned, even night 9 o'clock also, you will say, assume that in your class 5 people are very poor, right? In this one, call them at 9 o'clock. Call them when they are free, and we can have an add-on class for them. Add-on class. If we have to have an add-on class, right? We have to have an add-on class, separate them, isolate them, identify them, but it should not be made known to the public and all that have been identified as a poor student in a class. No, right? I should know, and only that person know. Nobody else should know about that, right? And madam, my student, even night 9 o'clock they call, sir, we have some questions, shall we talk? I said, okay. While eating, while taking dinner also, you talk to them. Don't say that one, it is my dinner time, you call me after some time. Do we say the same thing out to our children? No. Madam, one more thing I'll tell you. Okay, in Indian culture, teachers are more important than the God whoever we worship. So that responsibility we have to deliver. Then teacher-student relationship will solve all this problem.
Okay.
I think I've answered to your question.
Yes. I just want to extend that. How will you look at evaluation process and just giving marks to the student?
Okay, right. Madam, when we talk about the evaluation, today it is an order of day experiential learning, right? You need to implement something. Let the student implement some programming aspect or design aspect and all. Prepare the also. Let the student run the program there, and you can see it, comment it as if you are sitting just besides them. But what is for all these questions, you need to have a time. It is not the normal workload. 2 theory, 4 lab, get into the classroom. No. Taking 1 theory under this scenario is a difficult things. If at all, truly, if you want to implement this, right? So it is not a workload, right? Individual students, we can evaluate, see the program, see their design, right? In a group sometimes for the projects and all. We have done this time. Or individual, okay? Right? We have to do it. It is not 9 to 5 culture. That's a post-COVID-19 scenario.
Right. This is, I will be coming up with many different questions too.
Please.
But let's take a question from the participants first, and then I will be asking for some of more questions. Can we open the session for the participants also? The Zoom participants can directly interact with the expert. The session is open now. Yes. Yeah, we have 2 participants raise their hands. Can we allow Dr. Pandurang? Dr. Pandurang? Yeah. Kalyankar. Yes, sir. Please.
सर डॉक्टर कुलकर्णी सरांना प्रश्न आहे माझा.
सांगा.
किंवा प्रश्न म्हणण्याच्या मुद्दा आहे असा, ऑनलाईनच्या संदर्भामध्ये विचार करतो जेव्हा बरेचसे असे विद्यार्थी आहेत ग्रामीण भागातले, आमचं प्रामुख्याने सावतामाळी कॉलेज ग्रामीण भागातलं आहे किंवा अन्य जी कॉलेज आहेत, तर अशा मुलांच्या कसं आहे की बरेचसे प्रॉब्लेम म्हणजे डाटाचं एक अवेलेबिलिटी अडचण आहे त्यांची, आणि किंवा त्यांच्याकडे मोबाईल नाहीत. काही आता मी काही एक सर्वे कंडक्ट केला होता, 40 विद्यार्थ्यांनी सहभाग घेतला, तर त्याच्यामध्ये प्रामुख्याने असं दिसून आलं की त्यांच्याकडे एक डिव्हाइसेस नाहीयेत किंवा ज्यांच्याकडे डिव्हाइस आहेत त्यांच्याकडे डाटा नाहीये, असं एक अडचण दिसून आहे. परंतु एक पॉझिटिव्ह बाब अशी मला दिसून आली की हायर एज्युकेशन मध्ये तसं कॉलेजला येणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांचं प्रमाण कमी असतं, परंतु जेव्हापासून मी ऑनलाईन सुरू केलं तेव्हा त्यांचं जे प्रतिसादाचं प्रमाण आहे, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जे त्यांचं रिस्पॉन्सचं प्रमाण आहे, ते मात्र मला वाढलेलं दिसून आलं. कारण की स्टुडंट जे आहे ते जास्त मोबाईल फ्रेंडली असलेल्या अगोदरच आपल्याला दिसून येतं. तर हा एक मला त्यातला एक चांगला मुद्दा दिसून आला. परंतु ज्यांच्याकडे मोबाईल डिव्हाइसेस नाहीयेत किंवा ज्यांच्याकडे डाटा नाहीयेत, तर त्यांच्याकडे आता गव्हर्नमेंटची काही रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनते का की त्यांना असे काही डिव्हाइस प्रोव्हाइड करायचे किंवा काय, असा एक माझा एक मुद्दा होता.
Okay, this is a very interesting thing. It is there in every department, every institution, right? But the number of such people are very small in number in higher education. When I talk to the higher education, what institution can do or university can insist as a legislation is that one, they can buy the small tab which institution can get into and give it to the students, Okay, and when they complete their 4-year degree program, they can return it back. Okay, that kind of things people have to initiate. There is no other go. There is no other go, right? And majority of the people, sometimes what happens, even yesterday, I was conducting BOS. One of the faculty member forgot their smartphone, right? In that case, what they do is they shared with their friend, took it and they participated in all, right? So sharing of friends' mobile and laptop, institution providing tab, right, for 4 years and like a library books, like this, and such thing, or government providing it, right? Government providing that one. Okay, these are the what solution immediately we can see.
It was initiated. I think the Akash was one of the
Yes,
initiatives
exactly,
that was
But,
initiated earlier.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
and university can tie up with the companies and where at very cheap rate, right? They can get a tab, very cheap rate now. I can give issue to the only those students who cannot afford, not for all, right? Who cannot afford, right? It is again, we should not make a politics out of that. Again, bigger issues and all. No, okay. Irrespective, those who cannot look at their financial status, okay, of parents, irrespective whoever is there, give it to them. So this
So
will
it's-
solve problem and is feasible to do it.
So it's like issuing a book. One
Exactly.
who requires it or one who buy the book for a longer time, they can buy, and the other one can issue it from the institution.
Madam, I'll tell you in this, the people who learn by borrowing all these things, no, when they become an engineer later, they will give thousands of such tab to you, your institution. I'll tell you. I'll bet this also. And people have done.
True. There,
Yeah.
There are many inspirational stories of like this.
Many people.
Yes. Now, may I ask, Uttam Ambore sir is also joined us.
Please.
May I ask him to please raise his question? Otherwise, I will read out the question for all. Yeah. Uttam Ambore sir, please.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have listened Dr. Umakant Kulkarni's speech in Toto. In fact, it's a very, very fascinating and good speech and very, very inspirational also. In fact, he has given very ideal kind of things to this present, this educational system. And some of the things that which are supposed to be interrogated. One is that he has said that all the theories, okay, are just like a waste kind of knowledge. They are not of any use. Number one, how theories can be of waste. That is number one. Number two, the things you are saying, sir, I think that they are very, very ideal many a time, because the country like us, which is geographically very, very diversified, and we have the very hilly areas, and we don't have the power of electricity over there, and internet problems are there. Now, how to overcome that kind of thing? Okay, being an expert on that, I wish to know that how these things can be overcome. And number three, that how the academic calendar, that is what we are maintaining nowadays, how it can be maintained in this era of education you are telling. Okay, these are my some of the queries.
Yeah, one by one. First, I will take the first question. Second and third, again, remind me that one, because there are three questions, right? First one, okay, you said about theory, right? I didn't say that about theory, right? I said about theoretical learning. Theoretical learning. For example, I learn Pythagoras theorem. Beautifully, I derive the equation. Fine. If that doesn't end with applying a Pythagoras theorem for some solving a problem, it is not called as a knowledge. Knowledge is the one where you can apply, right? In Bloom's taxonomy also, from level 3 onwards, actual, okay, is called knowledge, right? If I tell, right, only Pythagoras theorem, theoretically, this is why I said theoretically, not theory. Without a theory, okay, you don't have a practices, no, right? So only theoretical learning, if you do that one, then they are not called as a ready engineer today. That is a fact, and OB expect that also, and industry expect that also, right? I think I've answered your question.
I just want to clarify more. clarify
Yeah.
more on this answer actually. See, here we are having a cross, there are multi departments are taking participation into this, because we are talking only about the engineering perspective. Can you more explain about it with the different subjects as well?
I'll tell you.
Because
Okay,
it's
in
a mixed crop
yeah,
over here.
yeah, in Goa, okay, for preparation, okay. Now, if I explain the music as a music, right? If I don't know, okay, theoretical part of that and apply in composing certain things, I need to compose. I need to use instrument. I need to conduct a concert and all. These are the three important things. If I don't know, how can I be called as a music student?
Mhm.
It is doing. It is doing. Okay, I'll take hotel management. Right? I gave an example. Preparation of masala dosa. Nice. Okay, this much of udad dal, this much of rice, put it, grind it, do it, keep for 2 hours. I'll write 10 out of 10. But can you prepare a masala dosa?
Mhm.
Right? So, teacher responsibility taking a student through practices. Right? This is what I said, not theory.
Yes.
Theory, okay, is
Yes,
required.
Kulkarni sir.
Okay, to the end with
Kulkarni sir.
practices. Batao,
Dr.
sir.
Kulkarni sir,
Bolo.
in addition to that, I have one
Please,
question.
sir.
When you are dealing with the classes of language
Yes.
classes, okay, and literature,
Yes.
because literature is appealing to your psyche, your
True.
psychology. How you will deal with this formula with language and literature in the
Yeah.
classroom?
I'll
Yeah.
tell you. Right. Okay. For example, language. Right. Probably, no, language, as an engineer, when I talk, our knowledge about languages is limited. That first thing I'll tell you. Right. So whatever I say, I create it and tell you. For example, French language. Right. One of the ability that is required is I need to prepare, okay, a technical document in French language. Right? So what I should do, I have to take them to the practice. Okay, take students to some industry, take them to some session, online session where technical, okay, deliveries are taking place, and ask them to record everything, prepare report in French. Take that one and do it. This is what we say practices, right? Or I'll give an English paragraph, translate that into French, or French paragraph, I'll give it, translate that into English, right? It is doing. It is doing, right? It may be, okay, laboratory kind of things, or it may be theoretical kind of things, theory, question paper, whatever that we do examination, but everywhere it is doing. Translation is also doing, right? It can be 1 mark question, it can be 20 marks question. A volume may be different depending on the course at which level you drive it.
Kulkarni sir.
Or, एक minute.
Uh-huh.
I'll give some technical report, right? Or project report, right? Maybe it belongs to the art, science, commerce, whatever that is there. I ask them that one, you translate that into your local language, whatever that you are learning, right? English being a language connected, you convert that into your local language. How well they convert. You can have an assessment of that, right? So in that way, I said practice-based learning, right? I think I
Kulkarni sir.
answered your question.
No, not answer, sir.
Hmm.
I have, in addition to that, you see, you are talking about translation of one paragraph to other language. Okay, that's okay. But when you talk about literature as such, for example, Dhaneshwari, Dhaneshwari appeals to your mind. It is a
True.
spiritual knowledge. Okay. And if once
Sir, 1 minute. Before you go to next one.
Explain to the people how you will
Sir,
in this.
Yeah. Okay. Before you tell, right? Dhaneshwari that is being referred in my institution on every day basis. Okay. Thank you for reminding me that one of my own culture. Okay. Thank you first. Okay, I'll tell you. Right. So people can. I mean, I'll say that one. God is everywhere. Let's take that topic. Even Dhaneshwari, it is there. It comes. Okay. Parabrahma, it is there inside. Right. All right. Okay. Can you ask people prepare a commentary and give us sessions? And can you have an extemper on that? Can you have a debate on that one and all these things? That is alive. And in the debate, you evaluate it. It is not that on a paper, okay, paper. No, it is a live concert for music. Here, live debate on particular topic. You can evaluate people and all. That is called practice, right? I mean, in literature, how well you convince, how well you take a questions, right? How well you provide your school of thoughts to the people, right? Okay, that is more important. Okay, that's why examination will vanish. Writing Dhaneshwari on the paper will vanish. Daneshwari ka Akbang le lo, right? Okay, give a session. I have 30 people sitting here, all learned people from different domain. You convince that one God is everywhere. How can you do it? Or ek Abhanga, okay, one Abhanga you take it from that and ask them that one, you give your commentary on that. You give your commentary, either positive or negative, let it be anything. Or people who are giving a positive commentary, ask them, change your role, you give a negative commentary on that. That means how they can twist their mindset, school of thoughts. Got it? Yeah.
I think Uttam Ambore sir can go for the second question of geographical region he was talking about, because
True.
whenever we are going in a geographical region, there will be a very important point called the internet connection and
True.
the infrastructure availability.
True.
Can you share your views on that? How
Yeah.
the people sitting over there can
True.
learn?
True. Okay, madam, right? This is called infrastructure development. Right? Every school, every college comes under certain private management, comes under certain universities and all, comes under certain government, okay, authorities and all, right? Right? Okay, it could be schools, right? Is it not their responsibility to develop all the centers? How much time it takes, right? What kind of, okay, a 10 years plan, 20 years plan that we have for the national level? These are called challenges at the national level. And madam, I bet that one, this is again a mental block of the people who work. People who wanted to, okay, get the facilities there, they are not sending a proposal, or people who receive the proposal, they are not working on that. Chalo, chalta hai, ye kya ho raha hai, leave, right? This, or when infrastructure is being provided, right, it is being wasted. Right, it is being wasted. Okay, all these will fall in one or more category. I don't understand and make a proposal and ask. I don't receive a proposal being authority and provide funds for that. Right? Or I get everything, but I don't utilize.
ये दोनों का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. ये सिटीजन का भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, ये पेरेंट्स का भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी व्हेन पुटिंग देयर चाइल्ड इन अ पर्टिकुलर स्कूल. They should know that our children should grow with academic perspective also, and should ask this thing, as well as the management of the school should also come forward, not as a management but come as a human being, come as a citizen, so that their responsibility can be shouldered properly. The very third question by our own Uttam Ambore sir was on academic calendar. That now you know that this particular word has become a talk of the town, that how the academic calendar will be maintained throughout this post-COVID thing. So what is your take on that?
Yeah, very interesting. Academic calendar is an academic calendar. Right? It's as simple as this. Right? How do you conduct the classes? Depending on the severity in that particular region, right? You can have a different proposal. For example, I can run alternate classes. For example, Monday, I run first and third semester, and fourth and, first and second year, I run in on Monday, and third and fourth year, I run it on Tuesday. Alternatively, I do it, right? Then what I do is, I run in two divisions. I run it in, morning, 50% of the class, same class, 50% comes in afternoon, right? So thereby, social distancing, health care, right? All these things I take care, and yet my student will learn, right? And my classrooms are recorded, infrastructure I'm talking. People who cannot make out to come to the class here and all, right? They can sit, in their home and see it. Either you come here or sit somewhere and do it. Or if you don't have infrastructure, go to some people where you download at one point of time and see as a video. People, nowadays everyone will see the video, including villages. You download, see the video, right? So all infrastructure an institution must establish.
So knowledge पहुंचना जरूरी है.
Knowledge पहुंचने के लिए प्रयत्न करना जरूरी है.
प्रयत्न करना जरूरी है. Knowledge पहुंचने से भी ज्यादा उसके लिए प्रयत्न करना is more important.
Make an attempt. After attempting that one, if some of the students are not reachable, then we'll see there are very few. There are very few. प्रयत्न करो, हो जाएगा. Mental block.
Right. Now I request, thank you, sir. Now I request Professor M.D. Shirsat sir is with us. Now I request him to please proceed with his question.
Thank you, madam. Professor Kulkarni, I'm really happy to see that you have described role and responsibility of teachers in Indian context. I'm really happy to see that illustration.
Thank you.
Sir, I have a couple of questions.
Please.
Like these questions are in line with earlier questions. Rather, I'm sorry I joined a little bit late. I don't
No
know
issue.
whether you have already addressed. If it has already been addressed, then okay, forget it. Otherwise, you
No,
kindly.
no. Yeah.
Regarding this, because of this coronavirus pandemic, the unpreparedness of most of the higher education has been exposed, like across the country, right?
Yeah.
Student being a very important stakeholder, because even OB is also talk about we should fulfill expectation of student. So student being a very important stakeholder, what should be a preparedness of your all HEIs across the country looking into this COVID-19 pandemic? This is one question. And in continuation with this, this COVID-19 pandemic has forcefully, we need to create a digital culture across the institution, right? This is a need of the hour. We don't have any other option other than doing this. However, in most of the public universities, in private universities, the university owner, they can do whatever they want. But in most of the public universities, the important stakeholders like teachers and non-teaching supporting staff, they are most reluctant to adopt the change. So what would be for this issue, this is very serious issue, how to address these issues? What is your perception?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Right, post COVID-19 scenario, right, you only ask the question, you only also told the answer also, right? Okay, digital platforms, we have to create it. There is no other go. Okay, digital perspective digital platform. Okay, I should have my own recording studio. I should have my own repository. Okay, I should have my own YouTube channels and all these things. Right, I should have online classes like a WebEx and all, where large crowd I can address. This is mandatory. And also, what you do is you make part of your curriculum also. Okay, even COVID-19, everything gets settled. You ensure that every course minimum 25% will be online classes only, so that you are preparing students for next if such things happens repeats later, right? This is the answer for the first one.
Sir,
Second
excuse
one,
me. As far as the first your response to first question is concerned, fine. Like the institution has infrastructure. But I have seen many institutions. I don't want to list out those institutions. They have all infrastructure, but the authorities, those who are ruling the institution, they don't have that mindset to implement that. They're still having very conventional mindset. So what to do that? Like even today also, government, they are claiming that we started online education. In reality, it is not there. But still they are claiming. So if same thing is percolating, like government is lying, institution owners are lying. So who is going to take care of our stakeholders, student stakeholders?
In Yashpal sir's report available in AICT website, is being clearly written, right? The autonomy or whatever that responsibility is there is getting eroded by a lot of interventions.
Yes.
This is one of the interventions where people don't realize. People are interested only money, fees and all. Okay, they're learning, they are not interested in all. If these people are sitting at the apex body and all in the institution, okay, nothing can happen. Nothing can happen. Okay, their brand will come down and slowly they are going to collapse in a competitive environment. Student admission will suffer because students nowadays, their NIRF ranking, they look into that, accreditation, they look into that, a lot of things, right? So naturally, they create a way for their own collapse.
Unfortunate,
sir, you use the right word. Okay, this is one thing. Second, another important question you asked is people are reluctant to do, right? Right. In a private institution, people cannot be reluctant. Okay, I'll tell you, okay, institution like me, if anybody says I will not do it, people say that one, you are paid for to do that. No, I will not do it. Please go out. That's all. That's all. That's the end of that. That's the end of that.
You are there, so you have to do it. I mean, you
You're
cannot
paid
have
for
an
that.
option. You cannot have an option of saying yes
You don't
or
have
no.
an option. You are paid for that. And if you are not doing that one, fine, please go out. Resign and go. If you are not resigning, out. That's all.
But unfortunately, this is a little bit different scenario when you come under a government sort of thing. You know, that. But okay, I think most important is that we have to make them feel that they are responsible for that particular thing. Making them the administrator.
That depends on leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership qualities, leaders, okay, yatha raja tata praja. Okay, why?
Professor Kulkarni, I have one more question. Since you are
Please.
expert in OBE,
Sir, please,
you must be, since you are from engineering institution, you must
please.
be well aware that in foreign countries, in India also, like Kaizen is being adopted in industrial sector.
True.
In most of the foreign universities, this Kaizen concept is being started adopting since long, even in
True.
academics.
True.
Right? If you don't improve, this is what you mentioned, that if you don't
True.
want to do it, it will be thrown away.
True.
So don't you think that need to be adopted very seriously in academic institutions, whether you are public sector, working in public sector or private sector? What is your opinion about this?
Sir, I feel personally that one, okay, Corona is making this to get inducted everywhere. Right? You do it, otherwise you are out. Right? Because salary is a problem. And now only people who are useful to the institution, they are retained. Rest all the people pack up and go. That slowly starts. If at all we recover immediately, then all that rotten things will continue again. If this extends and all, whatever you said, that is going to become an administrative policy standards everywhere, including government. I'll tell you, including government. Government also cannot give, okay, for more than a year and all without doing anything. Right?
Yes.
Sir, you are perfectly right. I fully endorse. It is going to happen if it get extended beyond 1 month hereafter.
I think even the faculty members can start their own kaizens by posing
True.
some of the very good concept to the student and ask them to proceed.
True.
That particular part can be a part of a curriculum itself. May I
True.
go to
Sir,
may I
sir.
go to the next participant? I think a very nice question I just saw. Dr. Umesh is there with us. May I ask Dr. Umesh to please proceed with the question? Otherwise, I will go through the question then.
Please, madam.
May I ask Dr. Umesh? Okay. Yeah,
madam.
please.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir, please. Yes, sir, good morning. Sir, please.
मॅडम कुलकर्णी सरला माझा प्रश्न आहे.
Please.
सर ऑनलाईन शिक्षण सध्या पूरक आहे का शिक्षण मुलांसाठी शिक्षकासाठी?
Yeah. If I look into
दोन्ही बाजूने सांगा सर.
दोन्ही बाजूने
उदाहरण सांगायचं म्हणते आपण म्हणतो मोबाईल खेळू नको म्हणतो पण आपण ऑनलाईन शिक्षण.
I'll tell you all the things, right? Few days back, when students were using a mobile in the institution, we used to find them. You should not use a mobile. Now mobile has become a part of the life. Same teachers are telling now, use mobile, like this. Then when you look at the online, there are many places I have seen my own students, few students, where nothing is available. They have to walk for 5-6 kilometers, stand on the hill so that they get internet connectivity. I've seen personally, I've seen it, right? So if I look into that one, this online business which has come without a preparation properly is creating a problem. So, okay, if I'm an authority, I recommend saying that promote everyone, right? Start fresh semester with all infrastructure well developed, health also, taking care of health and all, right? And whatever people have lost, for that, you have an add-on videos prepared by a teacher, give to them so that they don't lose any learning, right? Start fresh. Sir, now it is a problem, but maybe after another 2-3 months and all, probably from next semester, people will build infrastructure, start building institution, build, government will build. It takes time, right? Okay, but now the problem is there. I personally do not recommend online courses. Okay, based on that, everything I've done, everything claiming that one. I personally don't believe it because I've gone through my own students.
Okay.
I think, sir, I've answered. Dr. Umesh, have answered.
Umesh, I think you are satisfied with the answer.
I've given my views.
Yeah. And may I ask Dr. Priya Vaidya ma'am to join us for a question? Is she there? Because a very nice question came from her.
I think she's not reachable, it seems.
Okay, no, she's
Hello.
there.
Madam, go ahead.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
afternoon. Thank you very much for your very interesting presentation. I have two questions. First question is, how can this online learning be made more inclusive to students who are visually challenged or slow learners? That is my question number one. And my question two is, how can interdisciplinary education become more interesting with the integration of information technology? Thank you.
Right. Now, when you look at the slow learner, already I have answered this. Slow learner or slow learner, okay, in online education also, otherwise also, right? Only thing is you need to spend more time, interact with every individual, try to know and provide an online solution. Online is simply a mode in which you reach to the student. But what you do there in business, that is more important for the slow learner, not online or offline. This is one thing, right? I think that I've taken care. Second
Okay.
thing is, okay, physically challenged. That is, the issue is there in online education as well as, okay, offline education, both, right? It is the problem remains same, right? Problem remains same.
So my question is also, sorry to interrupt. I
Hmm.
also mentioned about the visually challenged when they are on screen.
Mhm.
Um,
Madam,
are there any,
visually challenged. They can't see, they can hear, right? So they need
there are,
assistance.
in that also there are 20% with vision with 20% or 30%
Yeah,
also.
I'll tell you, madam, right? Here, what happens is, even in a regular class, they need some assistance to help them. Okay, without that, if they cannot see, they cannot attend the classes, right? So if there are somebody's helping, taking them to some centers, assisting them what's happening, helping the devices to keep it ready, computer to keep it ready, or otherwise, same kind of assistance needs to be extended to them, right? And institutions should identify all such people and make some special arrangement, and universities should come out with some legislation saying that when all such people list, they have to take it, what kind of arrangements institution is doing. Okay, through legislation we can take care of this, right? So we need, university plays a role, important role in this. I think I've answered your question, madam.
Yes.
What
So
is the
the
second question?
second question is, how can IT or this online teaching and learning enhance interdisciplinary education?
Madam, this interdisciplinary learning, right, or learning in general, this is nothing to do with, okay, use of technology or without use of this online technology. In the sense online, I'm talking learning these things, right? It remains same, right? It is only what kind of problem you are solving, who is a facilitator there, what kind of infrastructure you are using, that matters. That matters, right? It is nothing to do with that. It is nothing to, I want to learn music, right? Otherwise also I would have learned it. It's my interest, my facilities, my exposure and all, right? Now online, what makes is that, okay, it will enhance performance. Quickly you can do it. You can search, quickly get it, rather than going somewhere. Physical deficiency, whatever that is there, they are overcome by your ICT. That's all I'm saying. For example, I want to go to library and see, right, a paper for my research. Now what I can do is, in my mobile, I can just log in and get it, right? Provided that infrastructure is provided. So it doesn't make a difference. It will facilitate any physical deficiency is there to overcome that. That's all. I think I've answered your question, madam.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Madam, you are muted.
Sir, that's a nice answer to Dr. Priya. I just want to ask you that nowadays we are talking about e-content development because
Mhm.
we didn't started, in terms of UGC, there are many e-content development courses are already there. But now it has become a important part. Now we don't have any other option than creating a e-content development.
True.
Can you give some of the very nice steps to create, or what are the important feature one should include when we are talking about content, developing a particular e-content?
Okay. E-content development, free of cost, I'll tell you, which we have given a consultancy to the police department, training department, where 350 plus police officers, they have learned through that, right, here. Simplest one is prepare your own presentation, right? With all marking tools and all available, right? And you record your screen. There are many software freely available, right? And make it available, create your own private YouTube channel and upload there, and make a list of all the links in your website so that people can click that one and start looking into that. This is without any cost, you can do it, right? The professional way of preparing is that one, you establish your own studio, right? Where you can do recording, you can have a editing of all the things, professional movie kind of things, you can build it and get into that one. Use some other tools where you can integrate some in between test also. After learning for 5 minutes, there will be a test. After learning from that, there will be a test. You can create all this kind of sophisticated things and make it available, right? So you want 5 rupees milk available, 50 rupees milk, that is also available. Freely you want to do, that is also there. But you want to do fully professional, established studio, right? You can get into that.
Okay.
I think I've answered.
Yeah. People are talking about how the completion of the syllabus will be there.
Yeah.
How? So can you put your views on that?
Yeah.
How a completion of syllabus will be affected
Right.
in the academic year?
Now you are talking current this one, right, madam, right? Completion of syllabus, right, through online Zoom classes and WebEx tools or similar. Make recording of that, make it available to all students so that if internet connectivity is not there, they can download it and use it, right? You can have online quizzes, then you can have an open book test, let them write it a solution and upload it in Google Class, and you can verify all those things, right? Assignment should not be refer the book and then write it, then the whole purpose get defeated. It has no meaning at all. If really people have to apply, you can make a small group. For every group, different problem statement you give it. If you design assessment, that's why in NBA, we say assessment tool. What assessment tool you are designed for COVID-19? That will be a definite question in next NBA accreditation, any visit that is scheduled in any college, right? What assessment tool? How? Okay. So designing your assessment tool will help that one.
And I think it's not only to technical students or engineering students. It's a student. So as a whole.
Art, science, commerce, engineering, management, you take anybody.
So all subject teachers should be putting themselves into how to build a particular assessment tool. That will be more important when we are talking about.
Madam, I'll tell you, one of our consultancy, police department, people are getting retired in just under 6 months, 7 months. Those people have prepared their video, uploaded in YouTube, okay, perfectly all right. People mental block, I can't do, okay, I'm aged, I'm getting retired. No, I can't use a smartphone and all. No. The moment you start using, do mistakes. And let there be training program. We gave a training to them. They started doing on their own. And we spent 15 days. And nowadays, they're not calling us at all. They're doing everything on their own. Everything.
So the thing, what I feel over here is the acceptance is the best, one of the major things. Once you accept the thing, the things will going to fall into your part, right? I think. So there is one very nice question to you. Having online examination is being discussed in many platforms nowadays. It's about online examination now. So are the HAIs really ready for online examination, and what would be the nature of these exams? And I will extend a little more
sub-questions. You can extend it. First, I'll answer to this one. Otherwise, I'll forget. Right? Majority of the institutions are not ready for online exam. Right? Where they cannot see any other thing. Softwares are there. If you see somewhere, it get locked. Okay, you have to pay for that. Majority of the institutions are not ready. For that, you have to pay 200 rupees, 300, 400 rupees per student per year. Right? What people are doing is they are giving an assignment. Do it, submit in a Google form. Is a compromised mode of conducting examinations, right? Quiz and all people can share sometimes. Okay, that is little better than this. So we are doing formality of completion of semester, right? It is better. Anyhow, everyone has conducted one examination. Based on that, you declare exam results. prepare for the next semester thoroughly, which is going to start from September or whatever it is there. Prepare, build the infrastructure, be ready for that. What majority of the institution they are doing is neither they are doing that nor they are doing that. How to conduct exam, they are sitting there only. Okay, do it, promote everyone and send it. Be ready for the tomorrow, because tomorrow is not simple, it is very difficult. Tomorrow will not be immediately tomorrow, be after some months or days. Be ready for that. Right? For that, people have to invest.
People have. The another extension is, what would be the nature of these examinations then? I mean, how we are going to
nature of these examinations are nothing but
online. This open book.
Open book, experiential learning, project-based learning. Right? For example, I'll tell you, I'm a music teacher. All are my music students. I'll say that, madam, I'll give a theme to you for your group. Right? Sri Krishna. Okay, and his joy. Right? That is the theme I'll give. You compose some music and come upload on YouTube. Give a link to me. I evaluate that. Simple. I send it to different evaluator, including Sonu Nigam. Right? And I'll give you marks to you with all online kind of things. That's what I do it. Madam, I'll tell you, madam, 5 years back, one of my question paper was a video. I used to play a video in a class, write answer for that. 5 years back, not now.
Oh,
so think out of the box. Hota hai, I can do it. Right? Hota hai.
Yeah. There is very nice question from, I think, Professor Mahendra Shirsat sir. I will ask himself to ask the question.
Please.
He's talking about YouTube channel and the e-content development.
Because whatever illustration you have given of e-content development, like you mentioned that there are many free online content recorder systems, softwares are available. You can do it, upload it on YouTube, and that can be a simplest way for content creation, right?
True.
This is what you said. But there are many, and then second is like you need to have a very structured system, having studio and content, authority, content like checking authority and all that.
Right.
But there are many so-called education expert having key position in various institutions. They don't believe that this is going to be a content creation. So what would be your suggestion?
No. Okay. If anybody don't believe, first thing is that do you believe first? Your institution believes. Department believes. If you believe, sir, simply go ahead. Okay. If they cannot believe this, then let them tell what they can believe.
Okay.
Right. Sir, your question is right. This, even in accreditation also, you will come across such things.
Yes. I will add something to the answer itself.
Please.
That I think he must be talking about the complete 4 quadrant or something like that. When you teach, it has to taken up to the assessment level.
True.
So whatever the assessment level,
Madam,
assessment level can be.
Madam, only uploading video on YouTube doesn't end there. Right?
Yes.
They have to answer that one. They have to come back. You have to sit with every student and then evaluate that. That's true.
Because many times whenever you are uploading videos, you are bound to get many questions back to either on email or on your cell phone, and you will be responding. So you may not have assessment like that. Could not be like 4 quadrant content development, but still, I mean, we should appreciate that, right?
Yeah, that's what minimum we can do now, immediate. And we were
so that I mean everybody will be encouraged. Otherwise, like everybody will thinking that no, we don't have facilities, so we are waiting. We will be waiting for facilities.
No, sir. Simple, having one computer system. Police department have done it. Okay, they were not knowing anything. Okay, even how to create, do it with the Google Drive, they were not knowing it.
Yes.
Creation, they were not knowing it. Everything they are right now, they are doing it on their own. And fantastic, they are doing it.
So there is a question. In India, the challenges of online education are unequal access to internet that we have already talked about. Internet connectivity and availability of computer in home. This poses challenges in front of the students and parents. How would you assess the situation?
Okay, nowadays, your mobile is becoming like a computer. Your mobile is sometimes more powerful than a computer which was existing 5 years back. Right? That is not the issue. Already we have addressed. Either you have a mobile, have your own computer, or go to your friends and share with them mobile as well as computer. Okay, if not, the institution or the university should ensure that they give a tab to everyone.
Yeah, you talked about
There's
it.
no other go. But this is the order of the day.
Yes, yes. Are we having many other questions from the participants who have joined with us on Zoom? This is a call for the question. Otherwise, is anybody who want to ask a question? Can go.
There is a question from
Should I
Purushottam
ask?
Deshmukh. Yeah, there is a question from
Okay.
Purushottam Deshmukh.
Okay.
Yeah, Purushottam
Yes.
Deshmukh, sir, you-
सर बोलिए पुरुषोत्तम देशमुख सर प्लीज.
हा सर.
नमस्ते.
मला एक प्रश्न. नमस्कार सर. एक दोन प्रश्न आहेत माझे. एक तर आता आपल्याला ही ऑनलाईन एज्युकेशनची परमनंटली व्यवस्था करावी लागेल का, हा एक प्रश्न. आणि जर परमनंटली आपल्याला व्यवस्था करायची.
I will answer this question, sir.
ओके ओके.
परमनंट व्यवस्था करायला पाहिजे बस. And already
दुसरी गोष्ट.
in my institution, we have integrated that in our BOS curriculum. Said that everyone, even the students are there in the class. Okay, one chapter they must do it in online only. We have done it already.
सर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ज्याला म्हणतो आपण सामाजिक शिक्षण किंवा समूह शिक्षण हे शाळा महाविद्यालयातच होतं. आणि मग जर आपण परमनंट व्यवस्था करणार असो सर, ऑनलाईन होणार असेल तर आपला हा प्रॉब्लेम कशा प्रकारे सॉल्व्ह करता येईल आणि परदेशात नेमकी याच्या संदर्भातली काय सेटअप काय आहे नेमका ह्याचा, की जर समूहात आलेच नाही समजा ते, आता होम स्कूल नावाचा एक प्रकार चालू असतो सध्या, तर त्या मुलांना सामाजिक समूह मूल्य जे आहेत समाजात वावरायचे वगैरे, तर ते कसे आपण त्यांच्यामध्ये डेव्हलप करू शकतो?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Sir, for this, infrastructure is to be developed in home. Infrastructure is to be developed in a college. Infrastructure should be developed in public access also, where people can simply go there and use it and all. Without the infrastructure development, nothing will happen. It will not happen. It will not happen. Very difficult.
आणि मला असं वाटतं बरं का सर, की हा जो सध्याचा काळ आहे ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग फॉलो करा असं सांगतोय आणि फॉलो करतोय आहोत, हे काही वेळाचीच गोष्ट असणार आहे. एक टिपिकल वेळापर्यंतची. डेफिनेटली त्याच्यानंतरचा काळ परत आपण एकमेकांमध्ये मिसळणार आहोत, परत आपले मुलं बाहेर जाऊन खेळणारच आहेत आणि परत आपल्याला पुढे सगळ्यांना घेऊन चालावंच लागणार आहे. I think there is a very small time when we have to be patient.
Madam, I'll tell you, until the medicine is found for this, it is going to continue like this. It may be until next Monday or until next year also.
Yes, whenever there will be a vaccine,
until
the
that,
thing will go normal.
Yeah, until we should be ready for everything.
Yes. May I ask Shirsat sir to please proceed?
Then
we will be talking to Jeevan Jyot Kaur madam. After finishing this question, we will take Jeevan Jyot Kaur madam's question. Yeah.
Professor Kulkarni, unfortunately, very recently we had one of the very unfortunate incidents, the suicide case of film actor, right? This online education.
Sir, one minute. Before you proceed, even that is touching my heart. It is very sorry.
Yes,
very sorry. I felt it very bad for that young boy.
Yes. He was very talented.
Very.
And
it is just a mere collection of politics from all ends.
Yes, and then unfortunately, this is what happening everywhere. It's not only in film, industry. In academic institution, everywhere it is happening. That was not my question. Rather, my question is, with this context, I mean, in context of this particular unfortunate incidents, this online education, because like whenever we are talking about online education, we are indirectly forcing student in isolation. One or other way, because a student would be like, because I can quote my example of my own daughter, like she is sitting in the rooms right from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. In front of
following all the lectures and
yes. So it means like we are forcing them in isolation. What would be your suggestion to student, like with this context, like how should they keep their moral high, right? They should not be demoralized, because whenever we are talking about online education, you are not going to get all your concepts clarified. Sometimes you may not get opportunity, even like there would be many students, you may not get opportunity to raise the question sometimes, right? If you are a little bit shy, there are many students who are going to be shy. They are not going to be very responsive, right? So for those kind of students, what could be a suggestion so that they will not be demoralized, they will be keeping their moral high every time and very positive?
Sir, whatever you said is perfectly all right. It is the truth, you said it, right? But the thing is that we should somehow adjust to the new environment. We don't have any other alternate at all. So, and it is a responsibility of a department, institution, right? Parents also, to keep the moral of the student high. It is not only the teacher. No, the parent will have a responsibility more than 80%, because majority of the time they stay in their home. Got it? And institution should get up. Institution should come out with their all mental block, right? Whatever the in traditional education it goes, and try to keep their moral high, right? They have to set up a committee for that one, right? In every institution, I think COVID-19 committees might have been set up, right? And it is not the sake of on paper, sake of doing something. They should really work, call different motivators and all, right? Tell them what difficulties they faced and all, and you are nothing, right, in front of them, right? Great achievers, call them how difficulties they have faced and all. So with different strategies you can work out, and there is no other go at all.
The very first thing is that I think we should ourselves accept that this is a temporary phase.
Yes, mindset. This is the mindset required.
This is the mindset that what I feel is very important, where we will going to impose that no, this will going to end. We have to be a little patient. It's like one sort of infection. For that, we are taking a sick leave for around 10 to 15 days, and it will going to, so it will be little longer as well. But I think the mindset will be important. Thank you, sir. May I ask Jeevanjot Kaur to proceed for the question? We'll take 2 more and then we will be summarizing.
No issues.
Over to Jeevanjot.
Sir, there is one question.
Please.
How practicals are being addressed in this mode?
Yeah.
So like, for example, electronics lab circuits, mechanical, civil labs and all that. So this question is being posed by Sukumar BS.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, right? Nowadays, before the COVID-19 also, there is a trend, there is a trend, okay, where virtual labs, people are talking about that. Right? That is, first thing is, okay, madam told that it is a short temporary period, first thing. Don't think that it is a lifelong, we are going to do that one. So get rid of this particular, okay, serious situation right now, right? Use virtual labs for electronics people, and programming and all, people can sitting in their home, you give a login to your server, they can do anywhere. Computer science, literally, they don't have any problems, right? Electronics virtual lab, you have to depend on that. There is no other go. People look at register, okay, register, that's all, right? Okay, they don't become an engineer by doing experiments in virtual lab, but there is no other alternate, right? But for mechanical engineer and all other, where you have boilers and all other thing, very difficult. You don't have any immediate solution right now seen, right? You don't have a solutions. Okay, that will be a gap, learning gaps. Probably before the student graduate, you need to fill those gaps. It is the responsibility of the institution to do that.
Yeah. Sir, there is one question from a student. He's asking that, like, on the fees receipt, there are many heads where the fees is being deducted from the students.
Yeah.
Since out of that, those heads, there are many heads, those are not being used. Why that should be charged to the student? Rather, it will be converted to building e-infrastructure, so that the overheads on the students will be reduced. In that case, he was asking.
Right. Okay. If the next semester doesn't begin, if the next semester, okay, happens to be, okay, the 0 hours kind of things, whatever it is there, then naturally that will happen. The management will think on that. So I'm collecting some fees, right? Okay, I'm not using it. Okay, probably they will convert that into, it's a good thing. Okay, student has thought in the right direction, right? But even management is also thinking about that. No issues. Management know very well, okay, how things can be done. These online things, no institution will put a burden on students. They will manage. They should manage within their own resources available. They will do it. They should do it.
Okay. I think no other question is there, so we have to anyhow. 2 participants raise their hand. May I ask 1 or 2 questions? Then we can end the session. We have to, because it's already we have already extended. Is there Praveen can tell us what are the questions?
Yeah, there's one question. The participant is just Mr. Dr. Pandurang Kalyankar. Please go ahead with your question.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes,
Please
sir,
be
please.
specific with the question. Don't open up question at large. Please
Yes,
be
yes.
specific with the question. We are running out
Yes.
of time. Thank you.
ऑनलाईन एंगेजमेंटच्या बाबतीमध्ये स्टुडंटच्या सुरुवातीला एक चर्चा झाली की त्याच्यामध्ये कुलकर्णी सरांनी सुद्धा सांगितलं. पण माझं त्याच्यामधलं एक मत आहे की सरांनी सुद्धा ते मुद्दे कव्हर केले की विद्यार्थ्यांना एकतर्फी ज्यावेळेस आपण शिकवतो त्यावेळेस त्यांना ते बोरच होतं. परंतु त्यांचं पार्टिसिपेशन जेव्हा आपण वाढवतो, जसं त्यांना स्मॉल प्रोजेक्ट देणं किंवा आता आमचा एक मुलगा सुद्धा एका स्कूलमध्ये, तर त्याला काही वेळेस त्यांना होस्ट करणं, त्यांना किंवा को होस्ट करणं, असं त्यांचं जर इंटरॅक्टिव्ह त्यांना जर केलं तर ते त्यांचं एंगेजमेंट सुद्धा तिथं वाढेल. हेच माझं मत होतं.
Sir,
शेअर केलं.
you are
Okay,
perfectly right.
Perfectly right. Yeah, yeah.
You are
I
perfectly
agree
right.
with them.
You are perfectly right. You need to interact. You need to engage them, right? You need to have one-to-one. Then only people feel that I'm taken care. Okay, if at all simply give a generic instruction in a group to all of you, right? Nobody will do it. Right?
I think this is a time when we need to summarize the thing. It's like the learner's perspective is the perfect word that is being given to to the entire theme of the talk show. Learner's perspective, it doesn't mean that only the students are there. The learning with respect to teachers as well. So this particular today's session has summed up the three very important parts of the entire education system. The very first and the important is the teacher, because they will going to design the curriculum, they will going to design the teaching methodology, and they will going to reach out their knowledge to the students itself. So a transformation shift should be from the teacher, should start from a teacher, and they should learn how to transform. So it's here they themselves become a learner to transform one particular teaching pedagogy to different another, following all the standards that sir has already briefed about. Putting the OB is not only OB, we are making a human resource usable, we are making a human resource capable enough to stand on their feet. It's how they are standing, how much they are earning is a different matter. The livelihood of a particular student should be the major target. So a teacher should design a particular curriculum with respect to all sort of learners that will going to be in a class. They should have a teaching methodology for all the type of students, and they should have, the sir has very rightly pointed out, we should have an assessment tool that will be very important for all of us. In the students category, the very important is before expectation, they should start acceptance. The very first thing. The second thing is they should learn how to learn. We will going to learn, we will going to teach them how to learn, but they should be ready themselves to learn. They should first self evaluate themselves, so that what are the different lacunas they can find. For example, in a communication, we always say that the people from non-metro country, non-metro cities, they find themselves difficult in communicating and expressing the things. They should learn how to express, they should learn how to communicate through many different online media they are available. This is one example, but there are a number of things which they can do, and they should feel responsible. That is what my take on is, that they should feel responsible, that whatever I'm going to get is my responsibility to get, to consume, and to implement that particular thing. The very important and the very crucial part of education system is the management that we are talking about. The management should also now look at the education institution as a facilitator itself, like they are intended to do that. If they don't go and if they don't provide infrastructure, if they don't motivate their teachers and the students, then this education system will be a little bit will be in a trouble. And when the education system will not be there, once a very great person said that if you want to kill a country, destroy their education system. I think so if our managements are not taking care of the infrastructure, the motivation, the moral support, then the education system will be in difficulty, and we will create a chaos for our future generation. I'm really very thankful, sir. It was wonderful session. It was insightful thought to all the educationists over here, all the academicians, all the students also. You have very rightly pointed out the expectations and responsibility of teachers, students, management, government, and so on. We also briefly touched the e-content. We will definitely going to call you once again, trouble you for complete outcome-based education. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart and from the organization itself. Thank you so much. I thank all the participants also for joining us on this particular platform. We will going to see you tomorrow for the last session of the 3-day talk show. We will be talking about empowering the skills and Dr. Mukund Kulkarni will going to, an industrialist who will going to join us for tomorrow's, for sharing his expertise. See you and have a safe day. Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you all the participants.